Gorgeous, gorgeous. What's it to not like? Everything looks good for MOT. Fork seals bang on, tyres new, brakes are great. I think we should be good. Let's have a cold start. And that, my friends, sounds sweet as a nut. Does anyone else struggle putting gloves outside the jacket like that? And I'm going to cut that label off because it's annoying. I found this gauntlet style, I love them, but they're always just a little bit fiddly. And if you watched my YouTube video last week or the week before about gloves, I'd say these are probably my favourite. These Alpine Star SP8. They don't really go with this bike. They don't, do they? But they're protective. Anyway, it's a good excuse to buy another pair of gloves. Right, that didn't go to plan, so I was sticking it in first gear and it was just jolting forward. So I thought, oh god, clutch needs adjusting. So I did the little adjuster here, but it didn't change anything. So I've wound it out, it's on its max. It's just piss about taking the fairings off. So definitely needs a new clutch cable. But right, let's get off to the MOT station. Right, so first impressions on my R1 is it's very similar to the 954. I think these sort of bikes from this era, they're all very, it's all out on the road. They're all very similar. They've all got a similar power curve. Yeah, they've got the same sort of feeling, these sort of bikes, all of them from this sort of era. Just got past there. But yeah, it's a piss about with the bloody clutch. So the clutch is on its maximum here and down under the fairing there. So I don't know whether the clutch was slipping a bit then. And I'm not sure whether I'm imagining this right, but the speedo, it doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel like I'm doing 60. So I don't know whether we've had a different sprocket on here or something needs looking at. But I was just thinking that as I was going through a 30 zone, I thought it felt like I was doing about 20. So probably something simple, but knowing my luck, it won't be. So what do you think? If it's not doing the speed what it feels like it should be doing, I think it's sprocket. Not sure, but anyway, first impressions of this 2000 R1 are exactly as I expected. I just thought there would be no massive change to the K1 and the 954. I tell a lie, actually, the K1 is definitely noticeably quicker, noticeably, between the three. I would say the 954 is higher revving, I think, at this early stage. But it's too early really to give honest feedback on the R1 because this is the first ride. I didn't even ride it before I bought it. So that's trust in it. That is trust. But the couple who I bought off were very trustworthy, he says. So we're just going up to Home on Spalding Moor, a little place in East Yorkshire in the United Kingdom, and we are going to take the bike for its MOT because this has been sat in the garage, previous owner's garage, for the last 3 years, so there's no MOT. And that's what we have to do here in the UK. We have to take it annually after it's 3 years old, So if you buy a brand new bike, you don't have to MOT it for 3 years. But in the UK, and this is for my American audience, you've got to, after the 3-year period, every 12 months, you've got to take your bike for an MOT, and it's a test that checks all of the safety functions, if you like, of the bike, all your braking, your lights, indicators, etc. Make sure the bike's safe, your chain, and it also checks emissions of the exhaust and decibel output of the exhaust as well. So if you've got a mega loud exhaust here in the UK, depends on where you go. Some stations are a little bit more flexible, let's say, but if you had a really loud exhaust, then you potentially could fail the MOT. So I know a lot of people just swap out their exhaust, the end can, for the MOT, and then stick the other can back on. But yeah, the government don't like loud exhausts here in the UK, and sometimes you just think it's better just to keep the things standard, because you do attract attention. I would say Humberside police are quite fair and reasonable on exhausts, because there is a lot of bikers in this area, and there's some with some crazy loud exhausts. And in my experience, I think Humberside police, hats off to them. They are a good force. They are all bikers. I know a few of them, and they're all sound. They're all just like you and I. But the key thing is they want to keep us all safe as bikers, and keep us going as long as we can. They are doing a job. But if you're going to have a mega loud cannon, riding past cafes at 80-90 mile an hour on the back wheel, then don't complain if you're going to get tugged, because that's what happens. So if you just have fun in the right places, I think generally the police let you just get on with it. But when you start acting the fool, as Mr. T used to say, then yeah, you're gonna get pulled over, aren't you? Anyway, I don't want to bore you with all that rubbish. Today is about first riding this gorgeous R1, and I must say it's very light. Again, I will compare this to my Fireblade, my 954. It is very similar, like the way that turns in there. It's got a similar vibe to the 954. Turn your indicators off, Jim. And that's another thing, when you get new bikes, you get spoilt with auto indicator turn off. And the amount of times I go out on my 954 or the K1 and forget to turn the indicators off. That thing, GI Pro, I'm not so sure I'm keen on that, but is it accurate? Who knows? Who knows? Oh yeah, it's definitely a punchy bike. And I think I might be wrong. I think this has been lowered. It feels lower than my other two old bikes, so I think it has been lowered. We'll have to have a look at that, because I can completely flat foot this with a bend in my knee, so who knows. We'll have to have a look at that. Probably been lowered at some point. I know the last owner, Julia, the lady owner, she owned the bike for 21 years. but I'm pretty sure Rob, her partner, said that it wasn't lowered, unless someone's lowered it in another life. But yeah, first impressions are good. Really like it. So we're going to swing into Jim Bell's Engineers motorbike testing station, get the bike MOT'd, and fingers crossed it'll pass. And that standard can I like the sound of it, and I really like the look of it, so I won't be messing about, he says, in this week's edition. I did buy a Remus because I like the look of them, and the bike came with the standard can and the titanium Scorpion, which sounds really good, but I just prefer the look of the stock can. I think it looks great. Right, here we are. Let's go see the main man. Oh dear. But yeah, I think that standard can looks great. Really like it. You stay there, mate. Right, so that was MOT done at Jim Bell. So if you're in the area, in home on Spalding Moor, get yourself to see Jim. But yeah, honestly, loving this bike. It's absolutely... It's not as flickable, I don't think, as my 954. It feels a little bit more... a little bit heavier, I would say. Yeah, and I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that's supported the brand, Husher. I really do appreciate you all putting your hand in your pocket and buying them, because we sold out actually on Monday, 2 days ago, and then the new batch came in today, this morning, so plenty more stock. But they've sold really well, and I've got a code actually that you can use, MBC20, and that'll get you 20% off a pair of Husher premium wind protection earbuds. So if you go to midbikecrisis.co.uk, and you'll be able to get yourself, hook yourself up with a lovely pair of Husher earplugs, and they're absolutely mega. They just stop that high wind frequency noise, but lets you still lets you hear all your comms, your bike, traffic around you, etc. So if you're a bit reluctant to try them, because you've got that 20% off, and let me know what you think. Feedback's been absolutely awesome. Anyway, did the bike pass MOT? I'm sure you're all wanting to know, but I'm going to make you all wait until Sunday. So if you come back on Sunday, we'll have another review on the bike, and let you all know if the bike passed its MOT. Maybe you can tell by the tone of my voice, or maybe not. But anyway guys, that's it for this little episode. I'm going to go have some lunch, and I'll catch you all on the next video, which is out on Sunday.